Good morning. Joy on you. Happy day. Hey, Oz and DJ. Greetings to you too, and your opinions while black. And yes, I've stolen. This podcast is NSFW. It's not safe for whites either. I haven't been on in a minute because everything that I've heard has been so toxic, and I'm trying to move toward a more not I'm trying. I am going to move toward a more positive conversation on the upbeat. So we're not always ranting, we're not always raging, because I can rant and I can rage because I'm still irritated about some things. So may I share with you, first of all, are there any other persons out there outside of me who find themselves really struggling? I mean, everything is in a topsy turvy. The people in your family are topsy turvy. The people in your environment are topsy turvy. The people you have to access once you leave your environment are topsy turvy. There's so much toxicity out here. It's hard to get the positive energies to flowing. So I'm just trying. I'm just saying that all the things that are not going on right in our lives is just a pause. There's always tomorrow. So I'm going back to women, baby, y'all. When you have children, you must protect them. You cannot leave them in cars while you go visit your friend or while you go visit your your on the way to being significant others, you know. Not a good look. Women, we have to do a better job in our relationships. It's too many men just stepping up deciding to kill us. And the cold thing about it is they're deciding to kill us and they're leaving us with their children to raise alone. Or they don't, because the man has killed the woman, the child has to go somewhere else to live with someone else. What makes you think, outside of the people that are doing all the adopting and all, and we already know parents that adopting a black kid has it's problematic, may not be the best thing that we can do, especially if we don't want to do our work to make them have a better that the material conditions in their life become better and they can pay it forward. We don't have many pay it forward people out there in the universe. I'm just asking you to take a small pause and think of how you could help somebody else. Now, my significant other is home and he's a handful. And so I'm only going to be podcasting when he's gone to see his doctors. So he has one today and he has one on the 13th. And I'll be talking to you today and I'll be talking to you on the 13th. Because I can't do the podcast with him because he opens and closes and it gets to be too much. It's exhausting. So I got to pick my time, choose my battles, and how I'm going to deliver the messages that I know need to be out there. I cannot be the only woman that really has a problem with Greg Abbott and his abortion laws. Can't be. I can't be the only person out there that has a problem with our gun legislation and how we haven't done shit to protect our children. By the way, some of our children are getting killed and this husband don't like girlfriend no more and I don't want to raise his child. So they're taking out the mother and the child. Come on. You know you got to do better. You got to stop taking money. I'm sorry. You got to pay your fair wear. You got to share. And you got to pick up the tab sometime. It's not always that he has to pick up the tab, okay? We have to pay as women. We need to pay sometime. It gets low when we just expect the man to do it all, okay? So I'm just asking you to think about A, you're in a relationship, and B, you have children. C, there's so many things that this new relationship in the beginning should not be doing. I'm just saying, how well can I take care of myself? I'm just saying, because if he comes into my life and he shares, that's a blessing. That has nothing to do with how you take care of yourself and your children. It's another rhythm that you have to be responsible for. So we have not done anything to protect our children with gun legislation. No new gun laws have been implemented. No gun legislation has been implemented. Every time the vote comes up, the NRA says no, 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 and we get nothing. We need to think a new thought. We need to think about not speaking about or ever mentioning TRUMP. Just get him out your mouth. Whatever he does, it ain't got nothing to do with none of the things that we do. He's not in the Congress. He's not in the Senate. He's not the president. Why are we still talking about him? Just shut up. And as my opinions for our black people, just shut the fuck up. Just stop talking about him. Stop making him a priority. Stop putting him ahead of everybody else. He's not that great. He's not that smart. He's a grifter. And all grifters want is money. And they don't care where it comes from. And they don't care how hard they have to steal. He came in with the agenda to steal, and stealing is what he did. Just saying. Need to look up a few things. Some things are not going right. So the issues at hand outside of gun control and outside of women's rights, my God, we need to look at voting rights and these voter suppression laws. And if they're going to do the voter suppression and voter suppression laws, they kind of need to know what's going on, how it's going to work. What are you saying? Because right now you really haven't said too much that's appropriate on gun control. It's just out there and you are not paying attention to it because you have not had enough of your friends' children's children or children being killed. If this were white teenagers getting shot, you'd be all up in arms, white mothers. I'm just saying. So right now, I'm all up in arms about the children that you've taken from me, about the sisters you've taken from me, about the men you've taken from me. You keep taking my life, but you want me to give you yours. Well, this is where it goes. My life is my life. Your life is your life, as long as your women marry you. But guess what? They don't like you that much. They're not marrying you that much. And to the extent that they're not marrying you that much, and they want to have children, the children come out BROWN, brown. You got to deal with it. whether it's light brown, middle brown, or dark brown. Light brown, middle brown, dark brown, black. And then all the numbers after black. Black 1, black 2, black 3. So you really have to leave us alone. Women's rights, gun control, the environment itself. I guess with the infrastructure, we're going to say that the environment is going to be taken care of, because if we do infrastructure right over a prolonged period of time, which is about to be the next 4 years, we will meet with success, unexpected, in quiet hours. We